Bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Now, this is a story all about how I went to a hotel with no Wi-Fi, so I tried to upload this video, which explains why it's now a couple days late. Hey everybody, Crystal Lightning here, and with the release of a Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire quickly approaching, I thought it would be appropriate to make my top 10 list for Mega Evolutions I want to see in the upcoming game. Keep in mind that this is only my opinion, and that if I skipped over a Pokemon that you think should be on the list, drop a comment down below. Number 10, Malamar. The Gen 3 remakes finally opens up the opportunity to have a Mega Evolution for Gen 6 Pokemon. One of my favorites out of Gen 6 will be Malamar because of how unique it is. Not only do you have to flip your DS upside down to have it evolve, but Malamar has a great little gimmick that can drive other people nuts when used right, where it can reverse stat changes for itself and its opponent. Unfortunately, though, Malamar isn't fast enough and doesn't have enough bulk to take hits, so this gimmick will rarely be used. If Malamar got a Mega Evolution, it would have to gain speed or extreme amount of defense, and maybe it could look like a Kraken? I don't know. Something cool. Something scary. But I think a Mega Evolution for Malamar would be greatly appreciated and wouldn't be overlooked. Number 9! Tropius. Dinosaurs. Bananas. What more do you need? Tropius is your ultimate best friend. Not only will he feed you, but he can also stomp on your foes. Or, he would be able to if his typing didn't suck. Grass flying is weak to a lot of things, especially ice. And he's really fragile too, with no defensives to help him out. A Mega would have to help with his weakness, and maybe even make him a huge hardcore tank with better defenses. I don't know, what else do you want? More bananas? Number 8. Swanna. Generally overlooked is Swanna, with a bland typing and no reason to have it on your team besides an HM slave. It's even topped by Bidoof in that class. Swanna is generally overlooked as mainly a wild encounter and just an extra EXP farm or another entry in your Pokedex. I feel like Mega Evolutions should really bring out the potential of Pokemon that aren't half bad, but are just rather outclassed by a lot of other Pokemon. If you wanted to design a Swanna Mega Evolution, maybe make its attack and special attack a lot larger than it already is, so that way it can outclass other Pokemon that are better than it, and then, I don't know, make it Black Swan or an Ice Swan? I don't know. Swanna, I don't really have any ideas for how they would do it, but Swanna definitely needs one. Number 7, Bastiodon and Rampardos. Now, I decided to include 2 for this number because they're both the fossil counterparts from Gen 4. I believe that they should have a complete stat switch and shift from their defensive or offensive stat bases to the complete opposites. I mean, Shield for a face and Drill Horns are cool, but why don't make it more of a Triceratops and more of a Pachycephalosaurus like their original source material was? Pokemon has so much source material to work with for dinosaurs and fossil Pokemon that I believe they could make really cool Megas for them. You wouldn't really need a typing change for these guys, maybe new abilities, but I mean, I guess you could add Fighting type to Rampardos to help him break through Bastiodon better, because Bastiodon's defenses are through the roof. But I think that the fossil Pokemon definitely, in general, for Bastiodon and Rampardos, definitely need Megas. Number 6, Mitotic. Now here we're getting into the ones I really think deserve a Mega, more than anything else. Mitotic. Not only is it the Gyarados counterpart, which Gyarados got Mega Shrimp Evolution, but it's also used by Wally, one of the champions in Gen 3. What a Mega could do for it is boost its all-around stats, or maybe even gain Dragon type, or Fairy type. Mitotic will be a stage hazard for the Smash Bros. Stage Ends Castle on the 3DS, along with the Black and White legendary Zekrom and Reshiram. So maybe we can see a Mega? Maybe this means something? Please give a Mega for Mitotic? Number 5, Jellison. Jellison is one of those Gen 5 overlooked Pokemon that, despite its amazing typing of being Water Ghost, there's nothing too special about it besides it looks like the Pringles emblem. I have no idea what would work for a design, but more Victorian-style clothing mixed with some level of creepiness sounds fine with me. You could even give him a new ability so that powers up his moves for every fated Pokemon on your team to make it an awesome late-game sweeper and something nobody will expect. But, I don't know. I feel like, you know what, just give Jellison one. I don't care, despite the gender differences, just give it a Mega! Number 4, Redloom. Redloom is one of those Pokemon that's not bad enough to need a Mega, but rather a personal favorite of mine that I think could use a boost. Imagine you got a Redloom, right? Replace his dinky, stretchy hands with mushroom hammer things, and have mushroom spikes going down his back. Give Give him maybe a new ability? I don't know, his general abilities are pretty good. And maybe a new typing? I don't know, his typing's also really good. Just give him overall attack boost. He could use one of those. Or defenses if you like it being in walls. I don't know, Pokemon, do something. Number 3, Dunsparce. Starting with number 3, we have the Megas that I've completely planned out and I especially need to see in the next games. If not, I think I'll be slightly disappointed. Now for Dunsparce. He's known for being one of the most pitiful and useless Pokemon, ever since Gen 2. I feel like a Mega for Dunsparce would be Dragon Fairy and give him a large SP attacker boost and a minimal attack, defense, and speed boost. They would have to give him new moves to have him take advantage of this stab, but I'm sure that wouldn't be too hard as Dunsparce's move pool hasn't been anything special ever. So I think a Dunsparce Mega is definitely not only wanted by me, but I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are demanding a Dunsparce Mega, so maybe Pokemon will listen to us? That'd be nice. Number 2, Magmortar and Electivire. Now for these guys, it's the same rules as fossil Pokemon. They're counterparts to each other, so they definitely need to both get one. I believe they should get something similar to Super Saiyan forms. Because they're rivals, they could have alternate colors, and even swappable, like, parts. Because even though Electivire can use fire moves and Magmortar can use electric moves, nothing besides the fact that they're counterparts in that respect show that they're rivals. So maybe some, like, alternate colored gem or alternate colored stripes of yellow or red on the opposite one would be able to distinguish the rivalry more. I believe they should get new attack or special attack boosts, and I believe these guys would overall be epic to see. Number 1, Druddigon. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why not Bidoof or Feebas? But no, Druddigon is one of those Pokemon that's always had potential, but never been able to live up for it. Ever since I saw the reveals for Gen 5, Druddigon looked like he would be the pseudo for the generation, until they showed Hydreigon. Druddigon's color scheme of red and blue really shows how tough he is, and I believe this could be easily reflected in his Mega. Have his Mega scrap the Dragon type altogether and become Fire and Ice type. I believe they should balance him out to be more of like a tank-like Pokemon that may be slow, but hit like a truck. Druddigon has a lot of wasted potential. He's only good in the card game, and only once was he good. So I believe like a Druddigon Mega Evolution would be really cool. I mean, Max, throw a picture of a Fire and Ice Dragon up there. Great. See, this is what I want as a Druddigon Mega. This is what I want. Why can't we have this? That concludes my list for the top 10 Megas I want to see in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Remember, this is just my personal opinion, and if you feel a different Pokemon should have made the list, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and check back for more videos Mondays and Thursdays. Sorry for the delay, guys. It won't happen again, probably.